This is the last video before dry dock, so I figured we'd do a boat tour to have a look at the state that the ship's in right now, approximately halfway through the rebuild. But before we dive into the tour, I want to show you the final things we've been doing to get ready for dry dock and the 5-yearly inspection.
My name is Gijs and this is my dad. And this is Schoener Tijgerhaai. We have recently started a major rebuild to get ready for new adventures. And we're sharing the process with you. Subscribe to stay tuned.
For the ship's inspection, we should have a functioning bilge water system. This is a series of pipes, valves and a pump that enables us to pump out water from anywhere in the ship. In between every bulkhead there are one or more bilge wells, at the lowest point in the floor where water can collect. From there we can suck out the water with the bilge pump in the engine room and pump it overboard. In the worst case scenario, this can prevent the ship from sinking. These are the bilge suction valves underneath the floor in the hallway between the cabins. Right now, some of them are stuck, and the whole area just looks like a mess. So we're gonna remove the valves. These are very nice 3- and 4-way valves, but they are located above the floor, so you're always stepping on top of them when passing through the door. I would rather have a removable step, so I'm removing the 3-way valve in the middle and will later replace it with the T-piece and 2 normal ball valves that take up less space with a step on top of them. The 2 smaller pipes are the suction lines from the fresh water tanks. Initially the plan was just to put them back after painting, but they have sustained some pretty deep pitting corrosion over the past 40 years. So we decided to replace the old galvanized pipes with new stainless steel fitwork. Removing the bottom elbows has proven quite a challenge though, and since the tanks are filled to the brim with water, heating them up doesn't work. So first we have to pump out some. These days the stainless steel bands and couplings are not that much more expensive than the galvanized ones, so that's definitely worth it. Everything under the floor will be painted white to make it easy to spot leakages or rust. We have to install some new taps for the floorboards because I removed the old ones. Straight away we're lowering the floor by about 10 centimeters so that at least Dad and I can stand up straight in the hallway. Since we've installed a new bulkhead in the middle of the engine room, the suction line of the bilge pump has been disconnected. In order to reconnect it to the pump, it has to penetrate the bulkhead. The line is also following a different route than before. So to reconnect it to the pump, we have to fabricate a new band. The suction manifold more forward has been remade as well, so it needs a fresh coat of paint. We are still using the working stairs to get down from the wheelhouse to the area that we have dubbed the hold, previously the forward half of the engine room. These stairs are only tack welded, and we wouldn't want the inspector to come down with steps and all, so we'd better make sure that it's fully welded. Since every stairway on board must have a steel frame for fire safety, we've decided to use these working stairs as a frame for the final stairs down. Ideally, you won't be able to see any of the steel, but I'm painting it white anyway because we don't know yet how it will turn out. The 1-phase and 3-phase AC electrical systems are close to finished, and the main switchboards look pretty decent. In comparison, the 24 volts DC needs a little attention. It still has the old ceramic fuses and just needs a touch up to look the part. So I'm removing the whole thing. The frame for the ceramic fuse holders also fits a modern DIN rail, so that's a quick fix. After a fresh coat of paint, I can reinstall the cabinet and install all the internals again. We are keeping the 200 amp knife blade main fuses because they are just very reliable. That were some of the final projects. Let's do a quick mid-rebuild boat tour. Let's go! Don't trip. So on the aft deck we have changed a lot already. Actually most is outside, most is finished. Over here we have the new dinghy, lifeboat in the new Davids. That's all good and ready to go. This is our solar roof. It has 1500 watt peaks of solar energy. And yeah. Just on a quick note, for those of you who have been following the channel for a bit longer now, you will notice that I'm skipping a lot of stuff that we've done. Because the boat tour was kind of spontaneous and I didn't prepare anything. Anyway, if you are interested in everything, it's all on video and there's a playlist starting from the very beginning on the channel page. This is new. This is nice and cool. Alright, on the main deck, that's the old dinghy. We still have to get rid of it, but we don't know yet what its purpose is gonna be, what to do with it, who wants it. This is the sheet winch of the foresails. It's not been in a video yet because that's been a project that's ongoing for the past year or something. So soon it will be finished together with the forestays, which are off currently. The new ones are on the shore. That's all still a secret. Yeah, over here not much has changed yet. So let's go inside. Over here obviously everything is new because we put in a new wheelhouse. We didn't finish it completely yet because the weather was good, so we decided to do all the outside jobs first, which are now almost finished. But before dry dock, we still have some work to do here, like connecting the wall sockets and covering the insulation a bit. And the rest will be for this winter to finish, to cover up everything, make it nice. Alright, to the saloon. Well, here nothing has changed yet. Well, something has changed. We have removed some stuff to make it look even messier. But before dry dock we are going to clean everything up and make sure that our inspector for the European Certificate of Inspection has a image of a clean ship. Yeah, for the rest we still have this. The saloon will be the last really big project of the ship. including the whole aft part. Yeah, oh, something that's finished, very important, our electric toilet. And it's the best toilet I've ever had. It's nice and silent and it never clogs and it's... Love it. Can recommend. Yapsco, quiet, flush, deluxe, something. The engine room. We have we have a little bit of cleaning up to do here still, also before dry dock. A lot has changed here. It used to be twice as big, the engine room. This whole bulkhead wasn't here, and the mast also wasn't standing completely on the keel. So that's changed. Now we have a nice clean white bulkhead. And yeah, for the rest, the electrics are all new, and but still it's a bit messy. So we have some cleaning up to do. New. All new. Alright, so this is the other half of the engine room, which will be cabin area, but that's all for after dry dock. It just needs some cleaning up before we go, but that's all. Here you can see the other side of the new bulkhead and the mast. Work in progress. Forward, forward. Alright, the shower area. We still need walls here and here. Both these will be showers, toilets. A laundry machine will be in one of the two. And what do you call it? Fountain for brushing the teeth. That stuff. This one is already cleaned, because we need to install the overboard valves for the toilets in dry dock, because they're underneath the waterline. So this side also will have to be cleaned out completely. Woo. Mind your step, the floor is out. Yeah, these cabins, nothing has changed yet, apart from the fact that we have light again, which we didn't have for the last year, because I disconnected it. Over here a lot is new. We painted the floor, needs a second layer, there's new ceiling. All the cables from the aft are running to the forward, and we have these nice boxes, electrical boxes, in every hallway for the cabins and for the lights and the sockets in the cabins. Here's another cabin, also nothing has changed yet, same as on that side. And mind your step, mind my step. And the forecastle. Underneath here is the bow thruster standby, will be installed in the dry dock. Up we go. Yeah, well, the forepeak has the new stainless steel anchor hose pipes and the new anchor, and everything is nicely painted. And the fore, yeah, you cannot see it right now, but the forestays are off. And we probably will keep them off until after dry dock. Yeah. Alright, that was the quick and dirty mid-rebuild boat tour. Now back to the studio. Right, as mentioned during the tour, some of the things still have to be finished, like the hallway in between the cabins. After the final layer of paint, I can reinstall the valve handles for the bilge and freshwater suction valves. The floorboards can be remade to fit and painted. For now I'm just painting everything white, but later the floorboards will be covered with either carpet or something else. You may notice there are big gaps between the floorboards and the wall. That's because the wall will get some insulation and interior paneling over the steel. And we still have to be able to remove the floor to get underneath. I have replaced the old bronze 3-way valve for 2 ball valves that take up less space. The 4-way valve we're keeping because it's off to the side, so not really in the way. Apart from that, I cannot make a setup with ball valves that takes up less space than the 4-way valve. 4-way valves are very hard to find, and if you do, they are very expensive. So we just made this one easy going again. To be able to reach all these valves, this step and floorboard are very easy to remove. I've been waiting to close the ceiling in the wheelhouse because the cables for the wall sockets had not been pulled yet. They have now, so everything is in place. So the whole thing can be closed, hopefully for the last time. I'm adding an extra layer of stone wool between the timbers so that the bottoms of the frames are covered as well. It all still looks a bit wobbly, but after the hardwood slats are installed, they will straighten everything out, hopefully. As mentioned earlier, we don't want loose cables hanging around for the safety inspection, so I'm installing the top part of the wall panels now already, so that the wall sockets can be installed and connected. The aft entrance of the wheelhouse has been a project that we keep putting off, because other things keep coming in between. But now that I'm placing the final layer of insulation, we should at least finish the sliding hatch of the entrance, so that that can be insulated as well. We are currently using a bended sheet of aluminum that came with the wheelhouse, but it's not really keeping much water from coming in. It has the right shape though, so with some modifications we can still use it. Since we've started up the aluminum factory again, we are straight away finishing the hatch from the wheelhouse to the saloon. The hinges were just bolted on quick and dirty, and it was still missing a toggle to close it. To make the sliding hatch slide smoothly, I'm installing some nylon strips. The problem with nylon is that it doesn't want to glue very easily, so I'm gonna bolt it in place. The final piece is a water barrier on top of the hatch that will be hidden out of sight in the hatch garage, but it stops the water from running down the back of the hatch inside the wheelhouse. To fit the insulation, I'm gluing some timber to the bottom of the hatch. The panel is a bit narrow because the wall paneling and insulation of the wheelhouse will be installed later, as well as hardwood finishing slats everywhere. But for now, the hatches are finished. We still don't have an aft door, but hey, all in good time. There's one more week remaining until we go into dry dock, and we will spend that week cleaning, preparing some final things and making sure that everything is ready. For now, thank you for watching. If you have any questions or remarks, please let us know in the comments, and I'll see you next time.